Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome to Wilson Park. I'm Parks Commissioner Steve Sansone here with Deputy Lisa McKay and our Parks team. We're here between Alexander Avenue and Kimball Avenue on this awesome sunny day in Yonkers. Feels like summer. We first give respect to the name. This park is named for John Wilson, who was born in 1851 in New York City. He had resided in Yonkers for 35 years, gaining reputation as the oldest Democrat in the 9th Ward at 88 years old. He was a charter member of the 9th Ward Democratic Club. Wilson cared much for his community, working at the Parks and Rec Department for 13 years. He was also widely known as a veteran park caretaker, and Wilson Park was named to honor his many services to the wider community of Yonkers. The park itself sits on a series of terraces and is on the site of the first Public School 11, abandoned and demolished after the present-day Mark Twain School was built. This park serves as a remembrance of a resident of the area who contributed so much to the park system and all of Yonkers. So if you look at the before pictures of this park, the playground was actually in the middle and the basketball court on the bottom, not pretty much allowing for accessibility for those with wheelchairs or baby carriages. This park has a challenging slope. So the first thing we decided to do was move the playground down here to Alexander, relocate the basketball court above it, and allow for green space on the third tier. This was approximately $550,000 project. This is phase one and includes new playground equipment, safety surfacing, landscaping, fencing, and a more inviting design, but I stress that the most important accomplishment is the accessibility this now gives to the children and families. In the future, we hope to acquire additional funds for the top two terraces and the additional site work needed. But today we celebrate Wilson Park and another park's accomplishment, thanks to Mayor Spano and the City Council. Mayor, here is another one delivered. We welcome your remarks today. Mayor Spano.
Thank you again, Commissioner Sansone, and it's good to see our Deputy Commissioner, Lisa McKay, here. And of course, to our Parks staff, let's just give everybody a nice round of applause. Thank you for all you do. It wasn't that long ago, maybe, I guess it was about 10 years ago, when the City Council, we have Tasha Diaz, who's with us. We also have the Majority Leader, John Rubo's with us. And they said, we need to make major investments in our city's park system, and that the parks need to be rebuilt. And they came forward and they put their money where their mouths were, and they made dollars available. And when we couldn't get those dollars, we were able to go to the Senate Majority Leader, Andrea Sue Cousins, and of course to our Assembly Member, Nada Sage, Gary Pretlow, Shelley Mayer. But they helped us come and put in place a plan where we could rebuild, 9 parks this year. And so, and what a great compliment to a community that's really been revitalized and it's on the move. Our kids are getting a better education, and they can then play in a clean, safe environment, and that's the city parks. So we're excited about the parks, the new parks we built, the 9 parks we have rebuilt, and again to the Parks Department where they maintain how many parks do we have now? 84? 84 parks. Let's give it up for our Parks Department. 84 parks. And that's why we're here today, because it really is about it's about the kids who live in this community and who want to be able to come here and be in this environment. And we'll continue to do this, and we'll continue to do this all across the city, because at the end of the day, that's what it's really all about. So I'll turn this back over to Steve Sansone and just say congratulations. It's nice to see everyone.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm going to introduce now the Majority Leader from the State Senate, Andrea Stewart Cousins, who is a very big supporter of our park system. Andrea?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Commissioner, and to your team, and to my colleagues, the Mayor and the City Council, and certainly the community who is here. It's another day, it's another park opening, it seems, right? Because as the Mayor said, there's been a deliberate effort to revitalize these spaces that are for people. And I love the fact that the signs keep saying parks are for people. And you don't just do what's been done. You reimagine, whether it's a sensory garden or whether it's something to motivate people to be a little more athletic, or whether it's something as smart as this, making sure that kids can get here, and their parents, who know, with strollers and others, can also be in here and be part of their child's enriched activities right here in this great park. So I'm excited to be here once again, celebrating another opening of a great space that gives all of us more time to be outdoors. I think that since COVID, hopefully we were all treasuring the time that we are able to spend in community, in beautiful spaces. So I will continue on behalf of the state legislature. I know Assemblyman Sage is here, and the mayor mentioned Assemblyman Pretlow and Senator Mayer. We will continue to bring resources so that communities can continue to thrive, grow, and play. Thank you.
Thank you. And I know we mentioned Assemblyman Nader Sage. I'd like to ask him to come up and say a few words. He was also on our Parks Board. Nader?
Thank you very much, Steve. Good afternoon. It really is a pleasure. Once you're involved with parks and you understand the significance parks play for children, for adults, for communities, it really impacts quality of life. And when we at the state level come to Yonkers to ask what are the needs, often it's education, it's healthcare. Mayor Spano indicated how important parks are. And recently, working with the majority leader and our colleagues, this past year, $500,000 have been designated to continue the effort to improve parks throughout the city. So congratulations, Steve Sansone, the entire staff at the Parks Department, and especially the mayor and his administration for really taking on this crucial initiative. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to introduce the 4th District Councilperson and the Majority Leader, John Rubel, who has been very creative and helpful along our process. And we've got a lot of parks that are being renovated within the district. So we're glad that he's here. And John, please say a few words.
Thank you, Commissioner. We think back to when we were younger, and the parks didn't quite look like this, right? They were wood chips, so if you fell, you might have gotten a little splinter in the knee and didn't fall on this more creative rubber. Or if you went to a park in the summer and it was 90 somewhat degrees, you might stick going down the old metal slides. But parks have come such a long way. The infrastructure of the parks in this city have come such a long way. And on behalf of my colleague Tasha Diaz and all of the council members, we've put $20 million into capital monies to be invested all across the city just the last few years. We could put $100 million into renovating our parks, but it's the commitment of the administration, it's the commitment of Mayor Spano, it's the commitment of the Parks Department and the Parks Board and everyone who works at parks to make this all reality. So I want to thank Mayor Spano and the Parks Board, and of course the dedication and support from the state delegation for making all of these parks a reality. And I know we have so many more that we're going to be cutting the ribbon for in the next couple of weeks. So it's very, very exciting. Thank you.
Thank you. Just to acknowledge some of our other guests that are here, of course, we did mention that we have City Council Person Tasha Diaz here. Thank you for coming, Tasha. We have Shanette and Amanda representing our City Council President, Lakeisha Collins-Bellamy. Thank you for coming. We have Ken Switzer representing David Tubiello, our county legislator. I want to mention that we have Janai Wallace here from the Matt Wallace Foundation, who was just discussing how she went up those stairs with a double carriage to the playground, and now she doesn't, obviously, you don't have to do it anymore, right? That's right, grandchildren. That's right. Make it easier. And from our end, we have our Director of Recreation, Gino Puglisi, supervisors, Dennis Paul and Rich Faya, and we have our rec supervisors here as well. Thank you for all that you do. Did I miss anybody? I don't think so. So this is an opportunity again. Oh, I do want to thank, of course, unsung heroes, the engineering department under Paul Sommerfeld and Vinnie Massaro, and Vernon Hills Construction, who accomplished this beautiful work here. And this is another opportunity to reimagine one of our 84 parks. Thanks to the support of all here, this park work has not been done in well over 50 years in our department. Before we cut the ribbon, we want everyone to know that we are also unveiling Schultz Park this week in the Crestwood neighborhood. And the next in line are Stillwell Park on McLean Avenue and the first phase of Cochran Park in Nodine Hill. We're also working on the basketball court at Coyne Park, thanks to the advocacy of John Rubo. Bids have also been awarded on Welty, Buena Vista, and Trinity Parks. So the transformation continues. So let's celebrate now so we can get on to our next venture and ribbon cutting.